welcome back to Little Learner Mom. If this is your first time here, hello, how are you doing? If you're returning and coming back to check us out, thanks for coming back. So I'm just a homeschooling mom, homeschooling one little boy who newly just turned 6 years old, and he's a first grader. And here on my channel, I'm going to be doing reviews on different products that we use, as well as curriculum and maybe a little bit of organization. And I do love to cook, so you may get a chance to see some of the things that we like to cook around here throughout the week. So today I'm going to review for you the Mrs Wordsmith vocabulary collection. Now I do have the monthly subscription, and I do not believe that they have the monthly subscription anymore. I'm not sure if they just phased it out completely or they just phased it out for the holiday, but we do have a monthly subscription and we get ours monthly. But you will be able to go to their website, because I'm going to link that in the description box, so you could check out the different varieties of products that they have. I think currently the big box that they have is currently out of stock, and it should be coming in stock probably right before the holidays. So if you decide that you want to go ahead and take advantage of getting just a big set at once, I'm sure it'll be back in stock soon. And at the end of this video, I will be listing my referral code, and Mrs Wordsmith was kind enough to send me a coupon for $5 off any order that any of my followers or people who are interested in getting this particular program. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this and not make this too long. So we have the narrative journey version of Mrs Wordsmith. There is another version of this for ages 2 through 4, and it's called the social journey, but ours is geared towards 6 through 13. And I decided to go ahead and go with the 6 through 13 because I knew my son was going to be turning 6 in about 5 months from the original order date for this, and it just didn't make any sense for me to get the 2 through 4. So if you're interested in the 2 through 4, please check out Mrs Wordsmith's website so you can find more out about that. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this. I'm gonna hopefully not make this a really long video. So when you get your Mrs Wordsmith, it comes with the very first workbook, and that workbook is the character workbook. Now it does not come comb bound like this. I did this myself, and I would advise that if you are going to get the monthly, if they do still have it, or if they still come bound like this and you want to something a little bit more sturdy for you, so you're not having to worry about these falling off, I would highly recommend that you comb bind those if you have a comb binder at home, and then you can take this comb binding off when you want to put them around your room so your children can continue to refresh themselves as they see it. So it does not come comb bound, but you do get this cute little stand for them to sit on, and ours just sits right in our classroom, and I always display our word of the day. Now this program is supposed to be done a word a day, but what I am finding out is that we don't actually get through a word a day. We get through like maybe 2 to 3 words a week. And so, but you can pace yourself. So you don't have to do it exactly the way they say do it. You can do it according to what your schedule works out best for you, or how well your child is able to retain the information on this sheet. So this entire program is very visual, and that's one of the reason why I went with it, because it's so much fun, and it actually gives the children the ability to connect the visual picture with the actual words, so they're being able to connect those dots easier, and that information tends to retain better if they have that kind of visualization. So this will work very well if you have a visual learner. So you get a very fun comic or picture on your word, and it's like 100% hits home with what this word is. So right here, our word is dazzling, and it's got a really cute little picture right here so the kids can see what dazzling means. And then down here, it gives you your part of speech, and then it gives you a definition. And then on the opposite side, when you get to the workbook part, I'm gonna flip this over for you. You have to circle the synonym and draw a line to the word pairs. And the word pairs for Mrs Wordsmith are words that are most commonly paired with the vocabulary word that you are given for your picture. So the kids, what they do is they they draw a line to, no, they draw a circle to the synonym, and then they draw a line to the different word pairs. And so the word pairs, again, are the words that are most commonly seen with the vocabulary word. And at the step 3, when they're done, they write a sentence. And I think this is really great, especially if you're working on creative writing, that you can use this as a part of your creative writing part of your curriculum. So in this pack, it's a total of 24 words. 24, I think it's 24 or 26, I'm not sure. But I think it's 24 words, and every sheet is the same. The kids get a vocabulary word. I'm gonna flip this over. They get a vocabulary word, and then they get their worksheets. So it's very repetitive in the sense that the children they know what they can do. And this can be done independently, but I do it with my son because I want to make sure that he understands the word. And what I usually do with this is that when we do Mrs. Wordsmith, whatever his word is for that day, we use it in either his copy work, or we use it as part of his journaling, and he has to think of a sentence or think of a story using this word, as well as using the word pairs that come in this deck of cards. And we use these deck of cards to play all kinds of games. We play hangman, we play match the word pair with the word. So I'll call out a word pair word, and then he'll have like 3 different words like flipped over, and then he would have to try to figure out which one of the words pairs with that particular vocabulary word, and he will call that word out to me. And if he's right, then he gets a prize, and if he's not, then we just play some more games to make sure that he's kind of got that particular word and definition down pat. So there's so much that you can do with this. And so this is the very first book, and this is the character book. You do not have to do these books in order. I do not do these books in order. I mean, you could do it according to what you have going on in your homeschool or what your children is learning at traditional school, but I do mine according to what we're working on. So right now in our homeschool, we're starting to do the Arctic unit in the next week or so. So we'll be picking up some more words from this weather unit, this weather workbook. So you don't have to do them in order, but for organization purposes, I do recommend that you have some kind of organization. That way you're not mixing up your words. Another thing that I did notice is that there are reviews in here. So this is not something that your child is just going to get a word and then they're going to walk away from it. They will have an opportunity to review the word at some point within the lesson. So after so many pages, so after 5 pages, there's a review. Now this is what I've seen with the character book. After the first 5 pages, 6 pages, there was a review for him to do. Now, what I plan to do is just to make photocopies of this back page right here. And so we can come back and redo this again at, maybe next year sometime or the year after that, so we can review these words. So that is the first book. And that first book is about character. The second book I got was weather. The next book that I got was taste and smell. And then I received, I believe, emotions, and then I got action and settings. And so each one of these words, the words have something to do with what this target subject is, or settings. And this was my last book. I just got this book out the mail this week. So each one of these has some kind of target that it's for the words. Those words have something to do with action. This words in here has things to do with emotions, taste and smell, weather, and as well as character from the very first book. So you get these. And then you get the word pair cards, and these are great because you can use these when you're doing writing with your child, with them, if they need some ideas for words for creative writing or anything like that. And so you can use these word pairs. What I've done is sometimes before my son reads a book, I will see if I can find a word in his reading and pull out that card, and I'll stick the card in his book or on that page that has that particular word so he can see it. And he likes to do that because it's like a little game that he can kind of find stuff. Now, what they did was, because I do have the monthly, and from what I have heard is that this teacher guide comes with the big pack when you order the entire collection all at once. This teacher's guide come in here. I really wish Mrs. Wordsmith would have included this in when they sent me my very first book, because it would make things so much easier, as far as, especially if you're not new to homeschooling and you're just trying to look for a vocabulary curriculum to work with your child. You know, this would be very, very helpful for a mom or a teacher who's investing in this. This is a really good vocabulary curriculum to invest in. I mean, I've looked at Wordly Wise, I've looked at all kinds of different curriculums, but so far this is the only thing that appeals to my son, because he loves the characters in it. So the book, this teacher's guide, is very detailed. As you can see, it tells you, a little bit background about words and how children should know words and how words are found. It gives you a layout of how you can do it with your children. This only takes about 5 minutes, you guys. This is not something that you spend a whole lot of time on, because if you spend too much time on it, your kids are not gonna like it. This is something that you do for like 5 minutes, and then you move on to something, and then you review those words throughout the week. So if you pick 5 of the words, then those 5 words should be either written on your dry erase board or in the writing journal or somewhere where the children can see it. Or, if you're doing a brain break, you could be like, yo, what's the word dazzling mean? And get them to see if they can yell it out to you, or use those words in everyday conversations with your child if you can. So don't spend a lot of time. If you do invest in this, don't make this work, make this fun. So here's your toolkit. It basically lays it all out for you in the teacher's guide, how the words are broken down, and all the words from your workbooks are in here, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, one thing I found really unique about this is that, and you probably can't see this, that certain words, well, all the words, they have like a little, I don't want to say a keyword or a something that is like a trigger word. I call it trigger words on the side. Like here, this word is, what is this? Bloodshot. And on the side, it says I words. So I don't know. I think that these are like triggers, and I've been trying to figure out how those connect within this program, because I noticed the different colors on the cards and how they correlate with the words in your workbook. New that they just put out this year, well, towards the end of this year, is the hilariously illustrated Storytelling Dictionary. This right here, this is for ages 8 through 13, but I believe children who are early readers or advanced readers that are a little bit younger can use this. This book is hilarious. It's vibrant. It's got words from your workbook in here. They've got the coolest pictures. I mean, they give the children a sentence of the different words. Now, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to show you too many pages, but I will give you some up close pictures of how the sentences work for one page. But this is an excellent investment for your family if you decide that you want to do a vocabulary program that is fun and upbeat, and that's not going to take a lot of time. I do believe that they just started selling WordSauce, this book, on Amazon, but I believe it's only available to UK families. But I believe that with the new holiday kit, this comes in the holiday kit. So this is a really great dictionary. Even if you don't get the entire program, and you just want to get this dictionary, I think the dictionary is it's running for like $34, $36. I'm not really sure. But even if you just want to get the dictionary, just to have it in a house and just use the dictionary as, vocabulary practice for your child. So what can I tell you about this? It's a little thing. The kids, they learn new storytelling words each day. They have fun-filled characters in here to match up the words. Again, this is not a program you spend a lot of time on. This is 5 minutes a day. To my understanding, the entire pack, your children will learn over 1,500 words. So if you get the big pack, I think that's the total of the 1,500 words, because I do the monthly. I believe that I have another 6-month subscription that is going to give me the rest of the pack, and I might even contact them to say, hey, I would like to just purchase the second part of this and be done with it. The word pairs, again, are words that are most commonly used with with your vocabulary words, and you get the word pair cards that I'll open one of these up for you. Let's say I'll open up the character one. That's the easiest one to open up. The character cards here, this is bulky, and on the back of it, you may not be able to see this. On the back of it, you have all your word pairs on here. So again, I'll take some really good pictures, and I'll, so you guys can see that. Not too many pictures. I don't want to get in trouble. And let's see, what else can I tell you about this program? Again, it's going to boost your child's literacy, accelerated reading, creative writing, and the things I'm telling you, I'm getting them straight off of the website, as well as what I'm seeing in my own child. Again, increased vocabulary, and it brings words to life. And I can honestly say that you do get that with this particular curriculum. So that is my review. I give it a thumbs up. I do believe that it would be something beneficial, but again, if they come back out with a monthly service, I would highly recommend that you do the first month and see if you like it, and then if you do, then continue it on. Or they will send you a sample that you can see a sample. I think if you send them your email or anything like that, and they have excellent customer service, because I've had to contact them a couple times to ask them some questions about the program in itself, and I haven't run into any issues with them. But we like it. It's a lot of fun. We don't do it every day. We do it maybe 2 to 3 times a week. We include it in our creative writing as well as in our journaling, and I include it when he's reading books or any books that we read, and I see that any of his word pair words or his words are showing up in those books. And so until next time, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I post wonderful pictures of our homeschooling journey, and I'm very good about answering questions when people ask me questions over on Instagram. So talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.